John, and welcome to Mount Smart Stadium. This is the Fox Memorial Final for 2019, part of our double header here. Later, of course, the Warriors lining up against the Rabbitohs. Well, we've got the Mount Albert Lions up against the Howick Hornets, and what promises to be a wonderful celebration of the pinnacle of Auckland Rugby League. Let's have a look at the Hornets lineup. Plenty of experience in the front row with Tony Tuia, Jethro Friend, who'll captain the squad, Clayton Williams, and a stack of good runners there for the coach, Sean Clark.
In terms of preparation for this clash, what is the fever like in the camp?
Hey, look, we've been at the club for a few hours now, pretty low key. But on the way here, I think the butterflies started to set in, and they're in the change room really focused, and I think, today's our day.
How do you beat the Lions in this clash?
Like I said, we can't worry about what they're bringing. It's what the Hornets can bring, and if it's not the best today, then, hey, we still walk out happy, but, we're bringing it fire for fire.
You know better than anyone. What can the Hornets bring to this match?
Oh, look, we've got aggression, we've got pace, we've got talent right across the park, 17 players, and hey, we've got it, I can tell.
Going to be a cracker. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Sean Clark there at the helm of the Howick Hornets. They won one premiership in 2011. Well, the Lions are coached by John Auckland, former Kiwi, and of course well known to Mount Smart fans as well. They've got a really talented lineup in there and some names to keep an eye on. Auckland, Wallace, and of course at the back, Lalinga. They're all fine players. The coach is John Auckland.
John, a showcase of rugby league. What's the preparation been like for the players leading into this final match of the competition?
I've had a really good week of training. We've played the same team now for 4 or 5 weeks in a row, so we won the first semi-final, so we're all fresh as daisies today.
What can you take out of the past month in terms of beating the opposition twice?
Nothing really, because today's the final, so there hasn't been much in any game that we've played them 3 times so far this year. I think they won in the last minute in round 1, and we managed to get over them the last couple of times. No, they're a very experienced team, and they'll play well, and hopefully we'll play well too.
Good luck with the grand final.
Thank you very much.
So it's the Fox final, the Hornets and the Lions. 2 teams that are well matched. It was the Hornets who picked up the Rukutai Shield for the minor Premiership. So they've had a very consistent year, but in the last half dozen weeks or so, the Mount Albert Lions have really hit stride as we welcome them out onto the track, and good nick as well. As mentioned, the pinnacle of Auckland Rugby League. One man who's watched the Fox for many years is beside me. He's former Kiwi international Richie Barnett. Richie, 2 fine teams here, and they'll be really going hammer and tong at it in the early exchanges this afternoon.
Yeah, both teams holding the Rook Rooster and the Fox Memorial, obviously today. The Rukutai for the Howick Hornets. They lost 2 games prior to this game to the Mount Albert Lions, but surely they're coming into this game with confidence, having the Rukutai Shield, consistent performers throughout the season. They've lost Paulus Latu, which is a big disappointment to the club, but they're very well coached in the Mount Albert Lions from John Auckland.
Well, there is Jethro Friend, of course, his old man, well-known Kiwi halfback, but he's carved out his own reputation now. He's a very hearty player, and the Howick Hornets. Plenty of support from the east side for them today. The Mount Albert Lions, well, they've had 16 premierships since being founded in 1927, and they come into the game. Form is on their side. It's a very young team. Many of the players just 20, 21 years of age. And the interesting fact, Richie, is that when Malino Whiringanganofo was playing the centres today for the Lions, every game he's played this year, the Lions have won.
He's a sharp campaigner, isn't he, out in the centres? He's with the Warriors 20s some time ago, a year or 2 ago. He's young, he's ready to roar. He'll be a threat if the ruck speed of Mount Albert is up to standard. This should be an absolute crackerdale. Love club football.
So do I. Hope you do too. To all of our viewers around the country, I know many of the local competitions have come to their end as well. We're going into the representatives season. Anthony Elliott's got the whistle today. Chris McMillan, Simon Taylor are his assistants.
Howick.
There they are, the Lions, based at Fowles Park. Some young and exciting talent here, speed to burn. The defensive work has been exceptional over the past month or so.
Yeah,
a lot of credit to Matthew Stern, who's been a fantastic contributor to the local game, and an assistant coach to John Auckland. He played his role in the Kiwis back in the early 1980s.
Thanks,
We're
mate.
about to get underway. The Hornets will be defending the Harbour End here at Mount Smart Stadium. Great to have you along for the ride here. Sky Sport bringing you the Auckland Rugby League final. It's the Fox Memorial final. Lock it in. There'll be some big old bangs coming on today.
That's strong.
And that's what I mean. There's big Tony Turi. He's 33 now, Tony. Loves his footy. He's always got a bit of a grin on his face, but he loves the tough stuff in the middle. Actually won a Fox Championship with the Mount Albert Lions back in 2008. And they were the dominant team in New Zealand's rugby league. Had a bit of a rest. Glenora, Point Chev have really been the teams to beat over the last 4 or 5 years, but they're back into finals contention here. And they'll be looking to put one on this Howick Hornets team, and good on them too. They picked up their first and only Fox on their 50th Jubilee year back in 2011. Well, there was certainly a look at it. Perhaps looked a little worse than it was. Won't please the coach. This young fella's pretty resilient.
It's going to be over here, boys.
We'll see the penalty here as we get another look at it.
Well, that's just hit as he kicked the ball. The impact of the tackle was unbelievable. The strength of Aidan Ackland just gets up, shakes it off into the game, but it just shows you Mount Albert are winning that ruck speed straight away. The markers of the Hornets.
No attempt at a genuine tackle there, okay? It's a penalty.
We're in place.
No more, okay? Doesn't matter. He's got to do a genuine attempt at a tackle.
What a start.
Jethro Friend just checking with referee Elliott. That was Nick Wilson, who was in the firing line, so to speak. Wiley Rogers-Brown with the ball now. He's 20 in for the Western touchline. It's fed on by Aumofaleo Lomalio. In the middle we go there. Tuia into the big stuff as well as Friend.
Take it back. Take it back.
Jonathan
You're moving forward.
Omua.
That's two.
Falilua.
Play on.
Malio.
That's two.
His brother. Salo's in the front row. Threatening already, this time to Auckland. He'll have a quick play of the ball. Got to watch out for the acting half. He's looking to spin his way to the ground. He finds himself in a Hornets nest, and he won't get there this time around.
Straight out to the 10.
Well, big ups to both clubs. I know the old members of these crowd clubs in Auckland have met and had lunch, dinner last night for the 2011 squad. We're there to support. Comes with big raps. This is Lalenga at the back. He's 20 years of age, and he's really got it going on in 2019, the young man, but the ball ends up here with Howick. They breathe a sigh of relief and didn't concede points as a result of that early late hit by Nicky Wilson. 12 out from the line. Settling run here. It's Rory Ropati. A number of these guys for John Ackland have played footy together at the club since they were 7 years of age. I'm talking Whaneanga Nofo, and certainly the runner there, Rory Ropati, Aidan Ackland. All their schoolboy footy for Mount Albert. And John, of course, is a teacher, is a half charge down, and look where it's ended up. They scramble to get back.
Thank you.
Jordan Papa has the ball.
Release
Jordan.
That's one.
He's a trainer, has his own business. JP Athletics. Carlos Hawkins snapped his leg, and Jordan Papa, who's playing in 7 today, is pulled back into the halves. That was work cut out for him here, and Liam Prendergast. The 6 and 7 for the Hornets. Sean Clark, fine footballer in his day as well. He's played in 3 Fox Grand Finals, yet to get the gold. 3 silvers. His time there at Papakura. Certainly in his coaching career, this is the highlight so far. They've guided the Hornets into the final. It's anyone's game, as we know. The ground, the Lions, 20 metres out from their line.
That's one.
The fullback showing a willingness to get involved. Top try scorer this year for the Lions is Fulitika Lalenga.
Jethro, release. Hold.
Referee Elliott, pretty vocal out there with the players. stepping back on the inside, a late pass squeezed out, and now a little hand to Trent Wallace. Trent Wallace has scored a try in each of his last 5 games. He comes in terrific touch. 4.5 gone. No scores, the big left foot. Drives it downtown. Peter Olivetti gets it.
Thank you.
Peels across to the left-hand side. Always content to take the tackle, and he's grasped 25 out from his own line.
You've just seen in this game, the work around the ruck, the first hit up was so important. And then the wrestle, you can see Man Albert at the moment with 2 or 3 players in the ruck, trying to slow it down.
Take the ball back. You're moving forward.
It's twice now the referee's asked us to back it up, or the players to back up. Hopefully they'll get the message. Won't creep off the spot. Horlicks with it.
Take it back.
3 times in 5 minutes.
That's 3.
So through the hands. So it's Prendergast. Straight run. Auckland.
Stand 12.
Tackle.
Hold. Go. That's 4.
Gorpati. Rory Gorpati is John's son, those of you know the family, Tim and Pete. So look at you guys. I know you'll be watching in at the NEF. Of course, wonderful contributors to our local league scene.
Stand 6.
And I see Richie B, you've brought in some old programs from the 1980s.
Thought you'd appreciate that, Dale.
Yeah, great to see. And
great to see the old names, eh?
Got one there in the cupboard, Kurt Sorensen.
That's
one of my heroes as a kid too, Kurt. He's a fabulous footballer. Those who played in Fox finals over the years. Some illustrious names. Just outside the 20 for the Lions now. You know, the semi-finals, Rich, most have been decided by just a couple of points. No blowouts. I'm not anticipating a blowout today, but I guess anything can happen. Bullying run there from Amoni Tufui.
He's been fantastic. He's had a number of carries. Just off the side of the boot there, Aiden. That'll help the Hornets. And a big time. Just a good pressure there from the Hornets inside. He's really disappointed with himself.
Let's have a look. This is Amoni Tufui. Trained with Manly a little, and we're told that his partner Francis is one of the top supporters for the club. And
just hold the ball there, mate.
You won't get anywhere without some good kaitautoku in your corner. And big ups to Francis.
When you're ready, hold.
And all those loyal Lions for whom Fowles Park is a big lure. Here's Tuia.
Hold, go. That's 1.
And awarded a few games I saw through the year, so it's good to see him in the mix, Tony. Capable of 80, but probably won't be used in that way by Coach Clark. Down the left-hand side, this is the Hornets on the raid. With it now is Royden Gillett. You might recall Royden. He was in that NRL rookie program, as we see once again Olivetti with it. He's 8 metres out from the try line. Friend has a bit of a look and then goes straight through. Honestly, I don't know where the Lions were looking, but they weren't looking at Jethro Friend, and he nails one.
Well, it's the only time that you take your eyes off when Jethro's there with the experience.
Thanks, mate.
Jethro comes in, 100, I think he's 98 games that he's been with the Hornets, and he seals it. Sleeping markers, he dives through. What a start for the Hornets off a kick from Aiden Auckland that went out.
Well, they'll look at themselves and think, well, we won't let that happen again. Jethro Friend, he couldn't believe his luck. His eyes went big as dinner plates. And then he goes straight underneath the tackle there of Dalton Hiley. He just couldn't do anything about it by the time Jethro got to him. Great start here for the East Siders.
So important to mark a defence. They've just got to be on their game, and particularly when this guy's around the ruck. Just to slow the down, the quick play of the ball, the first and second markers got so much work to do. The ruck speed is so vitally important. Been really impressed with Clayton Williams for the Hornets. Just charges through the middle. He's getting quick play of the ball. Good size.
Of course, Joe Gwyn's Moko as well. Jethro. Say good day to Joe, his mum. She's a wonderful nurse up the super clinic in Manukau. And she's looked after heaps of footballers, including my own son, who's been up there with ankle injuries and the like. I think most footballers at some stage end up at the super clinic. And Joe oversees a team of nurses that get them back match ready. That one down as we look on. So now Harris DeVita, who is Jethro Friend.
Missing prior to this, and again, he analysed it so well. But he had concussed a couple of weeks beforehand, so the Howick Hornets welcome him back with the experience. Spoke to the players previously on Thursday night, his experience.
That's what you get with eyes up. So kids, take your eyes off those cell phones right now. Have a look where you're going. Might bump into something. But Jethro just looked up, thought, yes, I'm in.
Well, that's how you learn. That's how you learn, Dale.
I really like his name too. There's not many people around with Jethro. I'm hoping he was named after Jethro from the Beverly Hillbillies. That would please me enormously.
Go, that's 2. Thank you.
Pushing through now to the 30-metre line.
Lady, stand. Hold. Go, that's 4.
Down the right edge. It's at the back here. This is the man that they speak so highly of. The dancing feet of Lillinga, great and broken play. Mount Albert will be wanting to score next, 11 into this grand final.
Holds, go, that's 2. Thank you.
Brandon Lee, he's noted for a really tough defender. Just went a little bit high, but he charges in. He commits. Just slightly high, good running style here. Just a little bit high, swinging arm, Jethro in there, trying to lock it up.
Yeah, Brandon's been one of the players who have impressed Coach Clark the most in 2019. Super versatile.
It's on the tap, fellas.
Let's go down and get some thoughts from Lavina. Already an injury there, Lavina.
Yeah, not the grand final. Poor old Malini Finnegan was looking forward to. The second play of the game, he did his hammy. He hung out on the blind for a little while, tried to stick it out, but has been replaced right now. He's on the bike. They're making sure that it's iced up, and they're hoping he will return within the next 15 minutes.
Well, as mentioned, every game he's played, this Mount Albert squad have won. Samoni Tufui.
When you're ready, that's 2.
Yeah, you'll be berated if you try and sneak a few millimetres here with Anthony Elliott. Good D from Howick. Muscling up at the moment too. Good solid work from Johnny V. Wooden bow.
3.
It's Mount Albert though inside. The 30 is big. Salah. Falelua Malil has the ball now on the 20-metre line. They're spread deep and wide this time. Peeling the ball across. Out to Lelenga, who finds Rory Dorpati. Puts it back on the inside. Here's the dancing feet of the fullback too. Stepping, and he's looking to pop the pass. Thinks better of it too. Howick. Swamp him. 6 out from the line. Little change of angle too, and almost successful as Tufui has a powerful surge towards the line.
Well, a good defensive effort there from the Hornets. Great run from Mount Albert just to chime through there, bust through the middle. But Fonetika, doesn't he look electric?
Yes, Lelenga is really one to watch here. I tell you what, who's busy on D is Jethro Friend, already 15 tackles for the hard-working rake. Here's Tuia too. The powerful carry. Carry with some attitude and some sting and intent. That's the call from Sean Clark. This time Jesse Kevin filled in at fullback last week. Did a pretty good job of it too. This time reverting back to the wing. He's more comfortable with us. Clayton Williams gets up to play the ball. Clayton's played a lot of footy in Canterbury Cup ISP as well last year. No love lost out on the track here this evening. Why would there be? It's a final at stake. Another good carry. Brandon Lee gets a bit of tit for tat, and he's not in great nick. Brandon Lee is hobbling around out there, and some pressure on the far side. Here are the Hornets. Fuimwano in there, player of the day last week for the Hornets, and bringing that form into the final as well. They're short of the 30-metre line now. 15 in from the eastern touchline, and this big double header at Mount Smart. Great to have you along. The lights are on. They're all home. Here comes Wallace. Trent Wallace, awkwardly tackled. Great contributor to the Lions' culture over the years. As Auckland sends it on the inside, the ball has gone down. Thanks very much, says Wilson. He too is to ground just outside enemy territory. Well, moving to the Lions' turf now through Tuia. Shunts and barrels his way forward again. Long time interest in the welfare of the kids out Sutton Parkway and Mangaret. Tony.
Up. Hold. Go. That's 2.
Big cue to his old man as well as a fine footballer. Brian connected into the GI community as well. So here's Fred. He decides to have a look down the left edge. Wilson, nicely weighted pass as well, but precisely read in defence by Rory Ropati. Prendergast. This will do as a settler. I get the feeling here the Hornets are just brewing something at the moment as they go wide with Jordan Papa. Nicely read to the fullback. Well, he hasn't put a foot wrong so far, Lelenga. Outstanding, little bit of a dummy. This is Palu. Skipper, Lally they call him.
That's 2.
The dummy in a step. It's a long way here too, so you don't want to be popping the passes unnecessarily, Richard.
There's some real venom in the defence from both these sides. You're really aiming up. It's taken another level. You think that the Hornets at the moment has probably got the edge at the moment in terms of territory.
Howick have completed 100% of their possessions at the moment, 71% for the Mount Albert Lions. Possession, pretty much even Stevens. Makes the Hornets up by 4. You wonder about the missed conversion which hit the iron.
Release. That's 1.
Could play the ball.
17, stand.
Looking forward to seeing the Dargaville connections too. Big mob have come down to support Wani Rogers-Brown. He's playing at the back for the Lions.
Hands in there.
Just a little time to settle things down here.
What are you going to do, mate? Okay, let me get out of the road, and when you're ready.
Jethro Friend decides we'll put ball in hand and we'll see what we can do with it as Clayton Williams powers his way forward as well. As he played South Sydney there for a while in the 20s. The ball's gone down, it's chased up. Ends up in the hands of Olivetti.
Both Trent Bishop and Reece Charlie's come on field. Lane impact for the Howick Hornets.
Both good players. So Howard brewing as Olivetti steps up into the middle. Missed last week's semi-final with a groin strain, but he's back and into his favoured position. Trent Bishop will be a real game changer as well as the Hornets go wide. This time it's Royden Gillette who played just a couple of metres out. Oh, pressure and a decent chase, but offside. Offside, the Lions supporters saying you're blind, ref.
All too early, mate.
Miles offside.
No, it's not a quick one. It's
Liam
not a quick one.
Prendergast.
You've got to be in line with me. Let me get out the road.
Salah, a little more experienced as well. It's Charlie with it. How for the last 4 or 5 years, Reece. Here's Trent Bishop. Seen him score a stack of tries when he's playing under 20s football here. It's a while back, admittedly. He's the sort of player that can find his way to the line when others can't. Here are the Hornets using it out the back door. Good defence here, nice read. Gordon Gillette runs himself out of space. Couldn't get it to Kevin. Olivetti. He can't get it. Dalton Hiley is the man who puts the tackle on. Famous name in local league, Hiley. Looking to pop the pass to, desperate to.
Release, fifth and final.
Stretching and bending the tackled man. Well, for Royden, he was looking for something, but they were a little disorganised on the last play. Thought he'd have a go himself. Unsuccessful. Don't think that they were just quite ready for the delivery as the Lions take possession.
Yeah, it was really disappointing from the Hornets. On 3 occasions, they run from dummy half. Not really creating anything. You'd think they'd work to closer to the 50 and work off it and have a split field. And that's a D that you need. Just back of disappointment, they're up with the defensive line.
15 metres out, right in front of the posts. Falulu Malil plays the ball across the top, working hard always is Nick Wilson.
Inside, played it!
Again, and that is hard to miss.
Stand, 15!
2 with the woolly locks. He's to his feet.
That's one.
Big Sala, popular player. There's him and his brother Johnny. They've got a very close relationship. Good working class family. The old man drives a truck, I think it was a bus, and also mum and dad run a taxi. Very close family. Malil crew. Now it's the Lions. Little show, but unable to go. Straight run. Plenty of ticket if Aiden Auckland, it's 5th and final. Just sort of chipping it over the top. No problem for Jesse Kevin. Snaps it out of the air. No problemo.
Well, Jesse's brought the ball back extremely well. I really enjoyed the pressure from both teams on the kicker, and it's really paying dividends. Again, it's just relentless defence from both sides.
Well, that's Jesse Albert. You know, he's been out of the game for the better part of 4 years while he did his building apprenticeship. Now that he's qualified, his own little business, he's been able to move back into playing footy, and from all accounts has had a bumper year in 2019. This is the grand final of the Fox Memorial Championship. 16-time winners, Mount Albert lining up against 1-time winners in the Howick Hornets. Great to have you along here on Sky Sport, bringing you more rugby league action than ever before as a midfield bomb is ignored initially. It bounces, that's offside. What's happening? Play on. Still 5th tackle. Needs a kick. Mount Albert get the ball on the far side. Bit of a comedy of errors there as both teams firstly allowed the ball to bounce and didn't quite know what to do from their end. Big number 12 making the tackle. Johnny V for the Fijian squad. And coach reckons he really deserves a shot at the NRL. And Bow strong inside the 10 penalty. Let's have a look at some of the stats now. Possession 55% for Howick. 3 errors to Mount Albert. And the tackles, 10 extra tackles made by Mount Albert. Stacey Jones, and of course a winner of a Fox Championship himself. He's pretty good in his coaching career. I wonder how long it'll be before he gets a chance. As a head coach, he's certainly a wonderful assistant to Stephen Kearney. Even though the team, as we know, has been a little bit lackluster at times through 2019.
Stand!
That's to read sometimes. It could play out of their skins and not knock over the Rabbitohs. We'll have to wait and see. That's due after this game. But right now, all rugby league eyes on Mount Smart Stadium and Aiden Auckland. He sends the ball on the inside to Ropati. And Rory is 12 out. He wants to get up quickly. Lent on a bit by Reece Charlie. He wouldn't let him get to his feet as Auckland peels it across to Wallace. What a tackle. Giving it to him, Johnny V. And he lines up by a Balu. Back they come the Lions into the centre. Ducking under one, Auckland. Coming under some attention, though. Getting stung left, right and centre by these Hornets. Hell-bent on putting them away. Out the left side they go. Wallace with the kick back into the infield. The bounce is okay. Nice work from Liam Prendergast. And the young standoff gets back into the field of play by 5 metres.
What an outstanding defensive effort. The first up contact has been sensational from the Hornets. The ability to really hit and stick first up contact. We've seen 3 amazing tackles for the Howick Hornets. Johnny V was one of them, was fantastic. Now they're really coming off their back end of a really great defensive effort.
And those are the sorts of tackles that inspire those around you. They're coming thick and fast. The big 18 has a carry. This is Scotty Jones. You might recall him from the early days of the 20s as well. He's been over in Aussie for a long time. I don't understand why, but he's back and he's made a good decision to return. Scott Jones, keep your eyes out for him. 18 for the Hornets. We have possession right now. Here comes Wilson.
17.
Springs from one defender to another. Onto the foot of Jordan Papa. Splits them at the back. The bounce, though, is good for Lulenga. The fullback, the dancing feet, and the great open field play. He's up to play the ball now, just inside his own 30. 10 metres in from the eastern touchline.
Stand! Move! Hold!
Big kia ora to Glenora and Northcote as well. Came close this season.
12!
Point Chev out of the mix.
Hold!
Otahuhu
That's
sitting
3.
around 6, but the new format that Auckland Rugby League have invoked in 2019 seems to have found favour.
Hold!
Early teams, 12-team comp, splitting off into 2 sections of 8. It's been great. It's seemingly successful. It's energised the squads. It's created some really competitive games. In fact, it really fluctuated in the last half dozen weeks of this competition. Taken in the end goal, smartly by Lavetti.
Certainly the Hornets are winning that possession territory. 100% completion rate at the moment. And they've found their rhythm based on their defence at the moment.
But it's a tough tussle, isn't it? And it's the defence that Coach Auckland has been most pleased about in recent weeks. And it's holding them in good stead. Yes, they did falter in the 7th minute. And Jethro Friend looked up and saw his opportunity, seized it as well to get the dummy half try from close range. But since then, Mount Albert's focus has been commendable.
Release! That's 3.
Scott Jones to his feet. This is Papa and now Johnny Huttenbow.
Move, Cedar!
He's just outside the 30-metre line. Here they come the Hornets. At the Tony Tuia. To pierce the line here is Nick Wilson.
5th and final, 6!
It's the last tackle called here by referee Elliott. Will they run it? Will they kick it? Well, there's your answer. Onto the boot of Jordan Papa. Not a lot of support for the kick from his teammates. Bit of an opportunity here. Have a look at that gap that opened up. Step in hot. Here he goes. The kid can go, but will he get there? He's away from one. And then he's dragged to ground by the kicker, Papa, who shadowed him all the way. Fonatika Lelenga. Outstanding run and a penalty right in front of the sticks. This could be a sin bin for a professional foul. We'll go on in and listen here to Anthony Elliott.
Six. Score 6 out, man. Score 6 out. Which one was it then, mate? 6!
Which one was it?
Come out.
Maybe it was the 6 or the 9.
We've got, obviously, try-scoring opportunity here. Purposely not square marker, slapped at the ball. It's going to be 10 minutes.
Steph Cole in the grand final could have a devastating impact as Liam Prendergast.
Let's get them back, Tony.
Right, smile. It's just,
If it wasn't, mate, you had your opportunity.
it wasn't me. Oh, maybe it was.
Jordan Papa.
It was Jordan Papa.
Great work there from Christian Petty,
Wait for me to see
the winger, passing the ball on to Fonatika.
So, this is going to be on now.
Tony!
The Lions starting to roar. 27 gone, down by 1 try. And their opponent's down by one player. Here's Rory Norpati. He's close. Scrambling defence, and he's lost the ball, and another penalty. Penalties 5-2 in favour of Mount Albert at the moment.
When you're ready.
Wanting them to slow up Marcus Fraser. Quick tap. He's got numbers. Tufui. Big morning.
Tony, stand! Jethro!
Tony Tuia.
Jethro, move! Hold.
Got a bit of niggle in his game too. Nice little ball. Numbers! There's the flick ball. Nicely played by Rory.
Got no touch there, right?
Corey Sita
Jethro, up!
has his opportunity. Jethro Friend, his captaincy so vital here as he asks his charges to stay with him. Stay focused. Pressure on here for Howick.
Don't play it on top,
Up
release.
by 4, but you get the feeling perhaps not for long as Mount Albert
Thank you.
start to build and they go wide. Numbers are out there. Almost a breakthrough, but the skipper's dragged to ground. 3 out from the try line. First receiver, Wallace. Now lining up as Falilua Malio.
Fifth and final, stand!
Fifth and final, can the Howick Hornets withstand this? Numbers down the left-hand side, and they do. Howick. Massive defensive effort on the line.
Yeah, massive defensive effort in the Hornets. Scrambling defence, outstanding. But the Mount Albert Lions need to square up their attack on the left edge.
You're yelling at
They're just running across field, and they're able to just sweep across and cover ground easy, the Hornets.
Hold!
Well, this is the reason the Hornets picked up the Rukatai Shield. Consistent. It's trying to do it week in and week out. A knock on here too. Ball down by Fuimano. And Mount Albert celebrate as though Sander would come down the chimney.
Well, they look dangerous when they've attacked the right edge, Mount Albert Lions. Just with an extra man short. But look at this tackle here. Straight up the ball. Good defensive effort there from Mount Albert.
What chances of them withstanding another set, Rich?
It looks,
Take down the scrum, please.
well, it looked trying in that set before, and I think if they target the right edge here, I think they'll bring joy.
Seconds in. Wait half, wait.
Well, they're
Take
spread
down, Jethro.
and at the ready.
Seconds in.
The Mount Albert
When
Lions.
you're ready.
What a wonderful club that it has been as the years have gone by. And look at the chance, and that's Rory Norpati. I reckon you want to get out the tarot cards as well. You're a bit of a mind reader there, Richie B.
Yeah, there was always that extra room there. Rory was peppering them beforehand. It looked like they were trying to come up with the options. The Howick Hornets defended really well previously, but they just found extra space. And look at him pumping his arms. We'll take that. We'll take it. And this is it. Fonatika running through. A great ball from Petty. But look at this. He charged through. The scramble of the defence of the Hornets did extremely well to nullify it. But he's an exciting machine at the back. And again, they capitalise on here. That was well done from Aidan Auckland to square up the defence, just to take the fact that they could sweep across. He squares up here nicely. He did everything right. And it was just the speed of the fullback. And then Rory comes through, roaring through the gap. Fantastic effort there from the Lions.
Hats off to Lalenga as well, who took the second pass from the scrum base. They always looked as though they were a chance. They were really sucking in the big ones as well, the Howick Hornets. Contested defensively, looking for the extras, and these will be vitally important. 6-4's the scoreline in the final. 8 to play. Great first half performances. Rory Ropati. Call him Casper. Oh, he's got those Samoan bloodlines.
Yeah, great line. Great line. It's
Muscle
the
up,
only
Rory.
line you can run, the hard courage line. He's a big body. He's got a good left foot fend. He didn't need it. He's stoked. 6-4.
Well, it's been tight between these two teams throughout the year.
He's been great. Good morning.
Something of a bogey squad. Howick have been for Mount Albert in recent seasons. Before he gets up to play the ball, here is Whalelua, Malio.
Move! Hold! Hold! Go!
Salafuoli, Whalelua, Malio.
Move 18! Hold! Go, that's 3.
Just looking on, yes.
Stand!
Doing time.
Hold! Right side, kick going, that's 4.
Crime, he did not.
Outside!
So the Howick Hornets
Stand 11!
testing time for them if they can get out of this, having a man down. With just the 1 try scored against them, it will be a pretty good result. The Prendergastas on the sideline. We'll be back just before the halftime hooter goes. Quality footy, full of intensity and attitude, as we see once again Nicholas Williams getting barreled.
Thank you.
A little bit of extra work unnecessary.
Unnecessary. Good work, Corey.
Into the Elliott.
Yeah, just him.
Police did pretty well here so far in the final. Get another look. There's Nick Wilson. A lot to like about his work. Played over 100 games
On the tap, boys.
for the East Aucklanders. One of the best defenders, according to Coach Clark. For the Hornets, he'll have to be right on song too if this Hornets outfit are to repel the Lions. Growing in confidence. That ball is a poor pass, and the Lions pounce. Olivetti somewhat shamed as a result. The Lions get hold of the ball through Christian Petty.
Release! That's 2.
Now they have the ball as they head towards halfway. Just over 5 to play here in the first half of the grand final.
Hold! Take it back. Take it back. That's 3. You're moving forward, Lani.
Through that first 40.
Play on. Move, Jethro. Hold. Go. That's 4. Contact's fine. Play on.
Good little run here too from Shona Talisa. Banging his way forward. Down the right side they come. Danger time here for the Hornets. Here he is, the dancing feet of Lalenga.
Turn over the other.
And a turnover.
There's been an enormous amount of work since Liam Prendergast went off. Fran Jethro, 33 tackles.
9, stand!
That's
First half, unbelievable.
That's 2.
Gutsy effort from the skipper. Getting himself involved, Jesse and Kevin. Haven't seen much ball, Jesse.
Release! That's 3, 17.
He's willing
You're
to
not there.
carry it forward. Trent Bishop, he keeps going. Bishop, he's had the ball stripped this time. And they're away, Mount Albert. And it's Aidan Auckland who scurries across to score underneath the posts. There's his old man, John. That's the way you do it, son. Aidan Auckland, full of talent. Okay, he got the ball. In unusual circumstances, but you've got to make every post a winner in the final. Let's see how this came to be. Here's Trent Wallace. Deemed a one-on-one strip. Unexpected. But ain't that the best way to go?
You make your own luck. Trent Bishop here coming through. He powered through there. What a run. Post meters was outstanding. Couldn't quite see that. Didn't matter. This young lad, he's in everything. Strips the ball, runs all the way. What an interesting 10 minutes it has. With one in the bin, they've capitalised immensely. Mount Albert.
Well, that was just some cagey play, wasn't it, from Aidan Auckland? He sensed the opportunity for the one-on-one strip, and sure, you might have thought that the second defender was close by. Wasn't much in it. Referee Elliott made the call on the run. He says, I think you're okay with that. Looking to convert his own try, this talented standoff This is good in the number 7 role as well. Aiden Ackland doing the business. 13 tackles, 5 hit-ups. And a try here as the Lions take a 12-4 lead in the grand final with just over 2 to play in the first half.
Yeah, they've got to stop this momentum, the Hornets. This is just, yeah, crafty play. Crafty play. It was such a great run. Turn a positive. Beautiful work there, Aiden Ackland. He doesn't shy away, does he?
It's always contentious, though, the strip, finding it in the NRL as well. There's plenty to celebrate if you're a Lions supporter, if you're a Hornet. I think you'd be hard done by. And Charlie Wittenberg took a bit of a whack there and backed up, looking a bit ginger. How it can't afford to do here is to lose their head or their calls. Just got to stay tough, get into the sheds, work out a way to bounce back in the second half. Good defensive work. Prendergast is back. Assisted in there by Jazz Nahu Main.
Yeah, thank you.
Jazz brings a ton of experience into the squad for the Hornets.
Seven.
At Wyong last year.
You're fine
He's
now.
in his 30s.
First and final, 12.
Played 7 or 8 years, the replacement in 14
Inside.
for the Hornets in the Q Cup. Wrapped up around 200 games and another penalty with Howick. Indiscretions.
Nothing quick.
Lack of discipline.
Nothing quick.
Making life tough for them. 13 metres out from the try line. Let's have another look at it.
Well, it was late. Just got to control.
No genuine attempt at a tackle.
Bit of discipline
You have to
here
wrap the guy.
for the Hornets.
Especially on the kicker. Onus is on you, 14. Jethro,
enough.
it's got to be a genuine attempt at a tackle, mate. It's not acceptable. It's got to wrap the arms. 2. Rules don't change in the Fox final, mate.
This will be straight off 2.
Okay, they're going for 2, guys.
No
Cool,
surprise.
time back on, actually, as well.
And the Howard Hornets will be Hohaez.
Here's our mark, guys. Keep getting set, please.
Staying no arms.
Quite incredible, isn't it? And the swing.
I'm sure Jazz Main would
No.
dispute that.
Oh, you can take it. You can take it back if you want.
This is no genuine
Can't
attempt
take
to
it
make the
forward.
tackle.
You can take it back. Yeah.
Bit of humour there is Aiden Ackland. Thought he might take it closer rather than back a bit as a hooter sounds in the background. Well, 2 tries in the last 7 minutes has assisted this Lions team to take what looks like it will be a 14-4 lead into the half-time break. Straight forward for Aiden as he lines it up. Here's Aiden Ackland adding the extra 2, no problem, and it is 14-4 here at half-time. The Lions supporters happy as with that one. And, of course, for the Howard Hornets, work to do in the second half. 14-4 in the Fox Memorial final, the Lions and the Hornets here at Mount Smart Stadium. Just about to go down to
Trent had to work hard for that one in the last 20 minutes. What impressed you most about the performance?
Yeah, we got off to a pretty slow start, to be honest, which wasn't really like us. So we had to get ourselves back into the game. I think our forwards have just worked really hard. They've got on top and just put in a lot of effort, which helps us. Yeah.
Good luck for the second half. There's not much in it. Tremendous performance from everyone out there. Jethro, lovely try. What will it take to win this match in the next 40?
I think just continue to worry about what we can control. I know we have a couple of harsh calls, I thought, but just staying positive, staying upbeat, and continue to dominate, and just make better decisions in those little key moments. I thought we slacked off a little bit there.
Look forward to it.
So thank you.
Jethro friend Trent Wallace with some neat impressions of where we're at here at halftime. It's the Fox Memorial final, part of the doubleheader at Mount Smart Stadium. At halftime, the Lions lead the Hornets 14-4. You're watching the action here on Sky. Kia ora, welcome back to Mount Smart Stadium. 14-4, the Lions lead the Hornets. The Lions' last victory in the Fox Memorial Championship 2012. Let's see how things panned out here. First quick try, and it was just after 7 minutes. And Jethro Friend looked up, saw an opportunity, seized it with both hands. The conversion unsuccessful. Then we were greeted by this wonderful talent, the fullback, who just streaked away, Richie.
Yeah, Fonetika, just a lovely run through, and it was a fantastic pass from Petty, and then they cascaded across to the left-hand side. There was a send-off which really changed the game completely. That last 10 minutes, they had real ownership, and Rory just comes through, Ropati comes through, a lot of space on that right edge, but it was nice spearing up here. And this run here and just that line run from Rory was fantastic.
Yeah, Prendergast, of course, doing time for a crime he didn't commit. It was the number 7 that had broken down the play. And then this one, too, somewhat debatable, as Aidan Ackland stripped the ball away. Referee Elliott was in close range, said, I'm okay with that. And away went the talented standoff. Get another look at it. So he's got the ball, and then the 18 comes across. Samoni Tufui. Maybe just fractionally after Aiden sneaked away like a thief in the night. It was a late penalty with the scoreline 14-4. Let's have a look at the stats with Richie Barnett.
14 points in 10 minutes with the send-off, and possession really swung across. They had completion rate at 100%, the Hornets, and you can see there the change in completion rate. And that was the difference, that real 10 minutes of change with the Pendergrass being sent off, and they started to make inroads. They started to build momentum. The errors start to climb. There was ill discipline, kicking out, and that's when the Mount Albert Lions start to capitalise and really start to turn the screw on the Hornets. But we have a rest. It is the second half.
Well, coming up, we'll kick off that second half to 14-4 at the break. Well, there is the Yeti. The abominable snowman, something like that anyway. Let's take a break. 14-4, we'll be back with the second half of the Fox final in a moment. Welcome back to Mount Smart Stadium as the Mount Albert Lions make their way back onto the track. Here is the trophy. It's a very prestigious trophy named after Edwin Vincent Fox, who played for North Shore and represented Auckland back in 1914. The first Fox Memorial Championship was played for in 1931, and there have been some wonderful players who have held that trophy aloft over the years, and Mount Albert at this stage will be fancying their chances of repeating a performance. There is John Ackland, a wonderful eye for rugby league talent, and a wonderful way with young men. The average age of this squad just in the early 20s. As mentioned, 5 of the players at a school that John has had a long association with. We're talking St Peter's School in Auckland. Aidan Ackland gets us underway with the second half. Work to be done for the Howick Hornets. Important they are the first to score here in the second half as Tony Tuia makes his presence felt once again. Richie Barnett, you've been round the traps. We weren't able to hear what Sean Clark would have said to his players, but I guess it was pretty basic instructions from him at halftime.
Yeah, just get to the kick. I think in the position of the kick and really kick chase. I think, and build pressure. I think that's the key in this game at the moment. And then you make them make the mistakes. And they did it in the first half. They're capable with their hit up, and their stick and hit was extremely good. I think if they carry that on, they'll be good in the second half.
Well, we know that Mount Albert have prided themselves on their defence in recent weeks. They'll be working hard for each other here as the ball comes off the foot of Papa at the back, and steady as a rock there. There's Fonetika Lelenga, one of the standouts from that first half performance. 12 hit-ups for him, and some of them with absolute class as well. And it's Mount Albert with it coming in from the side. It's Christian Petty. There's no way through there as the tackle is made by Friend. Back on the inside, momentum is an interesting beast. It's important that Howick get hold of the ball, steer the ship well, punch into the corners, good chasing, a good follow-up play as well. With it here is Sione Talisa.
Stand, Tony! Hold, go, that's 4.
Good stint for the Dogs too. Talisa sitting away for his mission and his returns to rugby league. Now this is the chance perhaps that the Hornets were hoping for early in the second half. And now they'll get the scrum feed midway, 30 and 40. Lions into the ground. An ambitious little offload had to have stuck.
Well, I actually thought that was a nice run. It's just that Tika was just a little bit in front.
Seconds,
it's a great position to attack. Had space on the right edge again. They peppered it in the first half.
Sala head down. Seconds in. Last man when you're ready.
24 missed tackles for Howick and had to make 22 extra tackles. Hardest workers for Mount Albert. 23 tackles for Ropati. 18 for Whalelua Maleo.
Move now! Hold! Go, that's 1.
So away, we'll get some thoughts from Lavinas, who's been liaising with the coaching staff as well as the Hornets find themselves where they want to be. Wittenbauer with the ball, and look at that defence. It's classy, and it's Talisa. Here are the Hornets. Danger times. Clayton Williams tries to pop the pass. Who's there? Aidan Auckland. In front, though.
Offside.
Offside. Clayton Williams looks threatening there as he charged towards the line.
Another big call. Another big call in this match.
Jethro. Just in line with this, mate. What are you doing?
The line's under the pump here. Tony's going to have the big hit up.
Just asked him to settle things down initially.
Hold! Release!
Goes down on his front haunches, will play the ball. Numbering up down the left side and looking over the line. He'll get over the line too as Jazz Nahumain.
Held up on the second. Straight
The
out to the
Lions
10,
all
14.
over him.
2 markers if you want it, or 1.
Never much of a chance to bundle his way
That's
across
2.
that time around, but the Hornets now getting themselves set. The inside ball for Williams. He'll have another bite at the cherry. This time he's within the 10 metres. Sala looked like he wanted to have a piece of it himself. Now out to Trent Bishop. Bishop puts the ball down. Didn't need to play it. Christian Petty comes away with it. He's got some speed and was tempted to pop the ball on the inside as well. Goes to ground, and now they'll have a look down the left edge, and there is just a lost ball. Explain that one for us, Richie.
I can't. There's a great opportunity for the Hornets. It's unexplainable.
This time Williams.
Right side.
Powerful Williams. First receiver here is Prendergast. He'll find the fullback. Olivetti gets in, spins around, looking to pop the ball. Whalelua Maleo across the top on him. 8 from the try line now for the Hornets. Desperate to get across the line again. Solid defence, Talisa. He's really hit the ground running. Talisa having quite the impact. The 2 sevens combined here, Papa and Wallace. Wallace was good too on his own line. Here come the Hornets. Do you think they'll do more? Here is Friend! Look out! Jethro's in town and he does a double banger!
He's a cool customer, isn't he, Jethro? He understands the game, very composed, great ability to read around the ruck, great ruck recognition. The Howick Hornets supporters, we're very happy with that one. Look at this pass. I think it was the old touch pass. Oh, the old knee hitting the ball trick. That's a Chanel to Vita Harris kick. Look at this, fantastic. The ability to get through. There was enough numbers there for the Mount Albert Lions.
We use the word hearty, don't we? And you know, he's just a wholehearted footballer. Very, very difficult close to the line. Chooses when he runs. There are plenty of Lions defenders there. Unexpected gap. Certainly made the most of it.
Made a difference there when Reece Charlie came through, took a couple of defenders away.
Get to a point.
Friends from a long time, or for a long time.
Yeah.
Bishop comes up with the congratulations for the skipper. That's just what the doctor ordered here for Sean Clark. He'll be quietly buzzing, looking on as well. A great player himself, Sean Clark. And sure enough, up go the flags. Well, here we are, 14-10. This is the sort of grand final that you really enjoyed. Once again, kia ora to our viewers across the country. This is the Auckland Premiership competition. It's the minor premiers, the Howick Hornets, up against this class club. 16 premierships under its belt already. No doubt the Lions. That's really to Dalton Hiley's family. He's playing number 17 for the Lions, Dalton.
8, stand, hold, go. That's one.
This old man who played pro ball across England.
Hold. That's
His granddad as well, life member of the Auckland Rugby League, as we see Trent Bishop again. He's Hulk-like as he pushes his way forward. Here's Clayton Williams. This is the attitude that perhaps was missing through that first half.
Hold, go. That's 4.
Starting to pick things up now, Howick. Completions 77, play 79 at the moment. And this tackle starting to build on the Lions as well. There's the chip in behind, and it hasn't been played out particularly well. It's scooped up by Johnny V. He's got hold of the ball, and now across to Papa. Papa has a look. The number 5 was very close as well, Jesse Albert. Knock on.
Next boss.
Well, a disappointment there, quite obvious for Albert. No one to blame here. The Hornets get the defending scrum here. So that's kicked forward. So V's got that.
The lead up to this was unbelievable. Unfortunately, a lost ball, but the lead up from Howick, that's been their strength all year, is through their forward pack. Tony Tuia, Clayton Williams has been fantastic.
Take it down.
Just chiming through, and just Reece Charlie coming off the back end of it.
Break. Play on.
Howick's defensive work will be under the microscope here at the moment. Sean Clark will want to really muscle up here, and on the other hand, John Auckland, well, he's got sprightly and versatile young players trying to push towards the edges. 15 in from the western touchline now as they start to build their way out of the danger zone here, the Lions. 32, slow to his feet. Williams working hard on D with Nahumain as well. Both squads recognising how important the intensity of the defensive work is.
Let's go. 4.
Down the short side, there's Trent Wallace. Finds himself in a Hornet sandwich. Can't get out. They continue down that short side as Marcus Fraser gets it onto the left boot. Albert gets it on his 10. Centres up now and then straightens up. And straight into Aidan Ackland, who read the play well. He's on the bench here for the Hornets. Tense times in the grand final. Here comes Peter Olivetti, trying to weave some magic on the far side where he's wrapped up by Corey Sita. Put away 32 from his own line. Lots to like about the attitude on show here in the final. 10 gone in the second half. 4 points in this one. Here's Tuia again.
Release. That's 4.
Williams, first receiver. Woodenboat.
Hands out.
Model of consistency, Johnny V. Friend. Onto the boot, it's gone high here from Prendergast. Where are the chasers? It's all on the far side. The ball's gone down, but it's been knocked on by the Hornets. The Hornets fans stamping their feet, shaking their cans.
It was on the 5th, boys. It's going to be a turnover.
Let's have a look here. The Howick.
Oh, Kurosita. That was a hand on the ball. Unfortunate for Howick, but it was a close call. Pretty difficult to call that one.
You know, the commentator, you make blues as well. I make a lot of them, and I have to cut the refs some slack as well, Richie B, because
pretty tough to call.
That one particularly. I'm frustrated with the inordinate amount of time we take sometimes in the bunker when we get to NRL play. And rock and rolling back and forward. It's just a fingernail in it, denying tries. There's a problem at the back here for Brandon Lee, and some concern. I think the referee is aware that there is a problem upfield. On the far side comes Jesse Kevin.
Hold!
The 13's
just hold the ball there, guys.
Not looking good.
He's a tough
Can you just
hombre.
hold the mark, Corey?
He's got such a good tackling
tackle
technique. You can see he's had a hard knock. He throws himself into every tackle. Like Brandon Lee, big carry here, just on the hip, which is never a nice, and a knee on the head, just to boot. Big body. A little Malio.
Trainers on the field too much. Yeah, I'm just making the words. The trainers.
Trainers on the field too much is the
word.
You hear in the background, Brandon Lee.
That's one.
Is off after 12 into the second half. An intriguing battle here in the final. 14-10.
Go, that's two.
Brandon Lee, as you say, throws himself into his work, Richie. Comes with risk. And I suspect, you know, comment from Lavina if she's able to keep her eye on things down there.
Go, that's four.
Wait to hear in a moment.
It's tense times, Dale. I can tell you that much. The coaches are both on their feet, screaming to their players to stop making mistakes. John Auckland literally just pulled his hat over his eyes and has his back to the play. There is nothing in this game of rugby league. What a great spectacle we're witnessing here.
Thanks, Lavina. I agree with you too. Of course, it's the little mistakes. John Auckland.
Nice segue. Nice segue. Lavina.
I didn't know that.
Famous cheese cutter. Let's have a look here. And that's Aiden Auckland who goes into to speak up. So here's the fullback. It's been wonderful today. So here he is. Let's have a look what happened here.
Sorry. I am, mate. I am. Unfortunately, that's what happened.
Well, that's really unfortunate. Tika, that is unbelievable. That could be the mistake of the year, that one.
Could be. Let's hope not, because the kids showed some real class and
absolutely dynamite
attitude.
Peter Lavetti, also the fullback for the Howick Hornets, have been tremendous. Lovely to see them into a bit of space.
It's not the sort of mistake you see often, though, is it? You know, we've got cramp in the leg and end up with cramp in the lemon.
Yeah, well, John Auckland will have a cramp, all right.
We've got a scrum here, guys.
What's going on under that cheese cutter?
Come on, guys. We've got to either move them off now. We've got to get going.
Or has it come right? Well, that's a bit of a shame, too, because I've been really enjoying watching Fulitika Lulenga. He's been outstanding, the 20-year-old.
Guys, so we're not trying to say can't
Wonderful.
move them. So we're in a situation where we're not going to let you guys have a scrum with a man down in the middle of the field.
Could do the wheelbarrow.
We're down to the south stand, they're having a go.
Want to get going.
Could do the wheelbarrow, I guess.
There you go, the Howick supporters.
Yeah. They've come all the way from East Auckland to support them.
Okay, guys, we're going to get going now. So I'm going to need trainers.
It's only a small club, you know, and
Either slide off.
it's really important. So he's got to slide off. Did he say slide off?
Okay, guys, let's go.
You drag him on his back. We do the wheelbarrow.
Okay, second
You
rollers.
just got this wheelbarrow thing in your mind, haven't you? Okay, well, he
If you can't use your legs, use your arms.
hobbles back into frame.
Who's our last man?
He still ain't right.
pack it
You can see
down.
that. Okay, so we're going to pack down the scrum here on the 10-metre line. The Howick
When you're
Hornets
ready.
have the ball. They're down by 1 try. 12 into the second half. Numbers down the right edge for the Blue Boys. They hold it up, and here come the Lions. Defence is imperative right now that they stay right on target. Darren Kellett Moore with that good tackle. Gee, I've really liked the work of Johnny V today.
Stand!
No wonder he speaks so highly of him, Sean Clark. That pass a little bit off target, but Clayton Williams is on song.
Move out!
Takes a wall of Lions men to put him away. Cut ball. Good hands here. Fuimwano.
Release! Hold!
Nailed.
Hold!
Right out from the line, they go to the short side. Again, this wonderful defence, which has held them in such good stead over the last month.
That's all right.
Building into the grand final, the Lions. Friend, the pass was tough to take. First up, that was a straightforward one, and Jazz Nahumain, one of the most experienced on the track today, makes a fundamental error.
It certainly was fundamental. Unbelievable. They toyed around on the right-hand side, just a blatant knock on. Friend has just been outstanding. 2 tries, 43 tackles. What an effort.
Well, I tell you what, if they hold this trophy aloft, Jethro Friend will be the man. It's right to point out his effort. His defensive work, exceptional.
Go, that's one.
Making up 43 in 2 tries. That's the sign of his brilliance.
Fale Lalua Malio, 28 head-ups, 10 tackle.
10 hit-ups and 28 tackles. Might be.
Move 11!
Trying to pump him up, Richie.
Hold! Jethro!
Good on you, mate.
11, take it back.
Take it back. That's only the 10th time
That's
so far
3.
in the game, but anyway. We get the picture there, Mr. Elliott.
Stand, 8!
Mari Tufui.
Keep coming.
Gee, the Hornets have been down in enemy territory for ages and ages. As Falilua Malio has it on the 5th and final. Hit a kick away. And it comes to 8 and 8.
Thank you.
Auckland.
2, 2.
Chewy to his mum, Marie.
Front 10.
Loves watching the footy, and that almost broke open as well for Jesse Kevin to come in from the left edge.
Hold!
There's the
Go,
coach.
that's 1.
John Auckland.
Stand now. Hold! Hold! Go, that's 2.
And look how Sean Clark's looking too. He'll be nervous. First
18,
time
release.
coaching a Fox final.
Keep coming, Lunny. One more step. Thank you. That's 3.
There's Tony Julia.
Sala! Up!
He needs to play the ball, Tony.
Oh,
That's
go,
delivered
that's
here. On the left side they come. Trying to ease some magic and slide through the tackle. Good defence. The last moment. So it's a crossfield kick. Let's have a look at the bounce here. Could be important, the bounce. And now a bit of a hole. Here's Christian Petty. A darting run for him. Goes infield. Straightens back up 15 in from the western touchline. Mid 20-30. Now on the boil they come back. This is Paapolu. Slipping and sliding, ducking and diving. It's all on for Aiden.
Hold! Go, that's 2.
Jonathan O'Moore, Falilua Malio, the brother of the prop forward Salah.
Here we go.
He's the acting distributor for
That's
the Lions
3.
now. That's him. That's his brother running alongside him. He couldn't get the ball to him. Friend clocks up tackle number 47.
That's 4.
Out of dummy half goes Wallace, and Wallace sees a hole. Wallace sprints through it. Can he link up? There's the pass. He can link up. And the Lions nail it through Darren Kellett Moore. Oh, yeah. Give it to Trent Wallace. What a run.
The Lions, outstanding. Kellett Moore, he backed up, he pushed up, he supported. He got the ends of Wallace. But look at this, dummy half. Jethro not in space here. Wallace, what a great carry hand. Look at this, good support play. And that seals it there for the Lions. Fantastic effort.
Well, there's a lovely story here. Trent Wallace is hugely experienced, but this is part of that St. Peter's clan that John's been a teacher there for years. And here's Darren's in to score. His old man played rugby for Samoa in a World Cup, and his mum's an ex-Miss Samoa. So look at that, he came through from Ponsonby Rugby, and there he is. Fast and handsome to boot. What a finish, but that was Trent Wallace's try. This is Aiden from wide out. Well, there he is. We've been running around here as a sort of 16, 17-year-old in the 20s. A blonde-haired bloke. Now, a bit more like his dear old dad. Let's see how he goes from out wide. Just across the face. It's 18-10 in the final. Apparently he's not a Yeti, it's a lion. It's a lion.
Well, they've turned opportunities into points, haven't they? The Mount Albert Lions. They really have. Most of it was in the hands of the Hornets in the third quarter, but they just converted. A good opportunity. Great speed showing too on that left flank. 18-10.
Well, that's how quick they can snap on you too. Trent Wallace, very experienced Trent. Still a young guy, but he's been playing in the top echelon of top footy here in Auckland for a long time, Trent Wallace. And a penalty. Let's have a look at the penalty count now.
Too high, guys.
And that's Mount Albert 8-4. Errors locked up at 7 apiece.
Here we are.
33 missed tackles for Howick. You sensed momentum was with them for the last 6 or 7 minutes. As we know, momentum's an interesting beast. You can have it, lose it.
Corey.
It can take many minutes to regain it. So here is Mount Albert, the big number 10. Charges forward, Matui Kale.
Move! Hold! Hold! Go, that's one.
They're going to put a spring in a step here for the Lions.
Hold.
Tony Colours from the Eden Rugby Club last year. He's got 5 brothers. He's got a Matt. Played in the, I think, the first game of the year.
That's 4.
And
Tony,
scored
keep
with
coming.
his first touch. Then got injured and hasn't been back all year. That's the fickle nature of sport. 5 brothers.
Go.
The Kale clan. And the Lions.
Headgear! Headgear!
He's a good thinking footballer, Aiden Ackland. Why wouldn't he be? They must talk league
13!
incessantly
I'm calling you, mate.
in the Auckland house. In front. Howick with the ball. Has the chance to turn things around somewhat. Scratchy kick, but a good meter gainer.
Just wait, guys. Just wait. Just get the ball
Inside
off.
the Lions half now. We're watching the grand final. If you've just tuned in, of course, the Warriors at home with their last home game. They're up against the South Sydney Rabbitohs.
Move!
And as we know, the
Don't
up and
play
down
on top
nature of the home team.
Go, that's one.
Got upset. Themselves have been a bit
10! Up you get!
underwhelming over the last few weeks at times. But here we are with a hotly contested final for the Fox. 22 minutes out from the try line now, and Howick starting to mount some pressure. Tuia will run. Will he hold it? He holds it up, sends it out the back. Easy 7-on-7 there, Jordan Papa. Easily accounted for by Wallace. Keep it going down that right side, and Tuia gives himself a chance with 4-in-1 or. And they call Ants. Last tackle here for the Hornets. Looking for the shot onto the end goal, and nicely played by Olivetti. They'll get back-to-back sets here for the first time in the game as well.
Wasn't the best of sets, but the great recovery here from Peter Olivetti. A nice kick through and a great reward for the Hornets. Much needed one too at this time of the game.
Just eluded Wallace. Went through his legs and into the end goal. So back-to-back sets here for Howard.
Okay, mate, let's do this.
Use them now.
On or behind?
It's Aiden Ackland. 35 on the fly for Tuia.
10, stand!
He's putting some big minutes as well. This is where Trent Bishop might be handy with uncanny abilities. Hard to read. The Prendergast wants to weave, and he's down right in front of the post. 12 out from the try line for the Hornets as Jordan Papa gets hold of the ball, leaves it out the back door. This is Olivetti. The fullback spins under the tackle of Kushiapeti. 5 from the line. And Friend do it again. Clayton Williams won't get there on his own. Not with 3 Lions all over him. Going for the double. And they will get another chance.
Out here, boys. Got one drop out.
Rory Ropati.
Really struggling with throwing anything at the Lions at the moment, but it's the end result, the kick, which has been the difference.
Coming down with just on 16 to play.
Giving me, Corey. Yeah, I've spoken to him.
So for the restart again, Aiden Ackland steps into the role. Underneath the crossbar he goes. Grand final at 18-10. 16 to play. Bit of deja vu here as it goes out to a similar spot. And again, he is, well, he looks slow and steady. But perhaps that's just what is needed. He's not a back fence runner, Big Tony. Clayton Williams, he's powerful. Big Salah comes across and the big men collide.
That's 2.
Little dummy here for Reece Charlie is back into the mix. So, Howick, this is their 3rd set in a row. It's Tuia who opens it up briefly for Olivetti.
20, guys.
But a mistake is made.
Greatest advantage is out to the 20.
And the Lions say, we've got this one. Stay with us. Let's have a look at it. It was on. Olivetti.
Stand!
Could almost have handed it to him, the fullback.
Oh, thank you. Move, Jethro! 10 up!
Well, there was a lot better variation to their attack there. The Hornets, nice play. Sweeping around, and he hits the hole just in between 2 players.
Move, 15!
The right move at the right time.
Go, that's 2.
Say good day to Dan and Snooksy and Shane. Mark and all the gang watching this intently today. The Tahu Club.
Hold! Go, that's 3.
Interested, as we all are, in the outcome of this intriguing battle. I remind you, for those who might have just tuned in, the minor premiership won by Howick, a model of consistency through 2019. Mount Albert surprised many with their run to the final, and now they are in the box seats as Bishop pops the ball back and finds Omua Falilua Malio. Now it's Aiden Ackland. He's got to be watched like a hawk. Ackland gets the ball away, and that ball is lost in the tackle by Apalu. Shaking his head in disappointment and frustration. It's understandable too, because they're only 15 metres out from the try line.
It's just the speed around the ruck when they push up Aiden, Ackland and Trent Wallace. When they're around the ball is so dangerous. Such a great tackle too. It's so dangerous. Acceleration around the ruck. They just create opportunities. They turn opportunities into points. Live-wise.
So the try scorer recently, Darren Philip Moore, down on his haunches. Speaking at his puka, I'm not quite sure what the story is there for him.
They need to lift the tempo here, the Hornets. They need to find another gear.
Friends just notched up his 50th tackle, and we've still got just on 15 to play. At 13. I do too well at school in maths, I tell you. There's Tuia again. Runs into his opposite number, Salah. Plays it. Now one out run this time around for Reece Charlie. And he to link up out wide. Friend has intentions of doing just that, little sideways for him. One straightens it up. Careers into the defensive line and will play it just outside the 40. Up it goes off the boot of Prendergast. The chase is important here. The climb is skillful. Right on song. Well, this time it's again Aidan Auckland. Royden Gillett thought he might haul him across the line. Referee Elliott says your help, mate. These mistakes can have a telling influence.
Tried to play it too close.
Yeah, disappointment. This is a great catch. Look at that. That's an outstanding catch. And again, trying to play the ball too quick, hitting the leg, the opposite here. It's such a disappointment. The Hornets probably needed this. Their sets previously just really didn't offer anything. There was no intent in what they're doing.
Sean Clark.
Break.
Coach here of the Howick Hornets. The club would be wrapped with his efforts. Guide them through to the final. Will be more wrapped if they can pick up 6 points. 8 points, sorry, in the next little while. You wonder about that 2-point conversion and also the penalty. Took them into the half-time lead of 14-4. It's the one try for the Lions, obviously in the second half.
Keep coming right side. That's 3.
Friend. And fellow Jethro has scored 2, and now the Howick Hornets down the left edge. It was nice as it was couriered through the hands. And a copybook effort. See the Hornets score in the corner.
They desperately needed it. Nice little tip-ons on the left-hand flank there for the Hornets. A lot of work around Tony Tuia too. He's offering a lot in attack. It's wonderful work from the Hornets. Jethro sees the opportunity. Come on this left flank here. Good decoy runner, and there was just quick hands out to the left flank. And Peter Olivetti hangs around on the edge, the fullback. Great positioning there.
Well, the ball beats the man every time, and it was a wonderful example. Just creating an overlap. Ping, ping, and swish over Tiddley other end to score in the corner. Nailing it. Set like a jelly. And they're looking good here as Olivetti's been very good today, Olivetti. Trying hard all the time, but they don't come too much tougher than this one for Jesse Kevin. One from his 2 attempts, the other it missed. Hit the upright. Let's see how this one travels. He's got it from the sideline. Jesse Kevin leaves it just 2 in it. Roger Tuivasa second shot as well, but the Howick Hornets fans are alive and buzzing at the moment. What a final 10 minutes we are in for. We'll just get a glimpse of Tuivasa Shek. Reminded that next week's planned National Secondary Schools Tournament, which is really where Roger was discovered by the Roosters agents, has been cancelled due to the measles outbreak here in Auckland. So big ups to those young players who are looking forward to the chance to represent. I'm sure we'll get a chance to see your skills at another time, but I'm sure the spread is not wider. 900 cases so far in NZ.
That's 2.
Authorities have decided to cancel next week's secondary schools tournament. Bruce Pullman Park out in Papakura. Here we are then, coming up towards the last 8 minutes. Johnny V down the right side. Christian Petty getting in there. Everyone knows this is do or die. This is make or break. So it's Trent Bishop who finds Clayton Williams. They're trying to do the bizzo down the left edge again. Straightened run from Nick Wilson. He's back into the mix. Last tackle for the Hornets. What will they do with it? Comes on to Jordan Papa. He steers it deep. Under it is Petty. He has it. Sends it back on the inside. The Lions up by 2, but under the pump as well as the Hornets start to rally. This is the D. Called held, that's fair enough.
Go, that's 2.
But it looks as though Albert might have injured himself in doing so. No, he's to his feet now in the background. Johnny V tackling out of his skin once again. Wittenbow.
That's 3.
31 tackles for him, 32 for Williams, 50 for Friend.
That's 4.
They've been working hard. Here are the Lions. Got to keep close watch on them as Omoa Whalilua Malio gets the ball to Auckland. He punches it deep. The chase is good on the far side. They can't muck around here, the Hawks. They've got the ball away from 1. Make that 2. That's 10. That's 15. Who got 20? He's got 20. He's got 22 to the 40-metre line.
Hold. Go, that's 1.
Big up to the auctioneers of the world as we see now the Howick Hornets over the halfway line. Up to his feet is Royden Gillett.
Sorry, I'm not getting that.
How are you reading this, Richie, with 7 to play?
Well, certainly getting that ruck speed right through the middle, which has been a feature of it all year. They can continue that on and get a good ruck speed and then shift the ball and run those lines, those tight lines, just as we saw on that left flank earlier on.
Go, that's 4.
The bench busy down there too. Lavina as the inside ball finds Bishop. Right in front of the posts. 2 to level it up. We've got extra time as the bounce is back. Play that. Another set for Howick. The East Siders have got the ball. Johnny Wittenbow. Here's Friend. Keep an eye out for him. Gets it on to Bishop, trying to barrel his way through to Trent. He's to ground, just a couple of metres from the line. Johnny V once again. Problems for Bishop. And the barrel for the line. Oh, like a torpedo it was. But it didn't work out. And that's a penalty. That'll be sin bin time as well.
You can't, mate. You can't do it.
Looked like a professional foul.
He's clearly not marked. Screw it, mark him. No, mate. No. There was a try-scoring opportunity there. Just relax. See, I'll mark here.
I'm still getting over that run from Reece Charlie. That's outstanding.
Mate, there's a full defensive line there. No, but they're all offside. It's different, Jethro. Different situation. What do you want to do, mate?
I think might be looking at the 2 here.
Okay, thank you.
We'll square it up.
Select the ball.
We are under instructions that we go into a period of extra time should they be locked up after 80 minutes. That's 5 each way. If they're still locked up, they'll go to golden point. Another 10 minutes, 5 each way. And if it's still locked up, well, we'll all shake our heads.
Yeah, nice kicking there also from the Hornets. Just a little, look at this run. And the defence just charging out. Brilliant work. It's an epic end to the game. And Jethro, look at that, Reece. That's unbelievable.
Jesse Kevin now an important 2 points. Okay, it's close range, but the pressure is on inside the last 5 minutes of the grand final. He steps in. Pushes those flags up. We're locked up. 18 all in the final. Hope you're enjoying the action here on Sky Sport. What a game we've enjoyed here. A penalty for the Hornets. That conversion from wide out by Jesse Kevin right on the chalk to get him to 16. Now a penalty.
We can see how this is going to roll. Tony Atua hits it up. Blake Williams next. And they get that roll on. Trent Bishop will hit it on 3rd tackle. We've got the big boppers running through the middle.
Well, it's a matter of getting in the drop goal zone. If that's how you see it going. Here he is. Another gutsy charge too. He's 33, remember.
That's right.
43 round the waist.
17, that's 2.
He's a great character, Tony Tulia.
8. That's 3.
Here's Trent Bishop.
Up
in the pass here, and there's a little spin, so they're to the 40-metre line. I want to get a little closer.
Go, that's 4.
That's 4, Tony Tuia. Gets the big fend on Tony. He's just outside the 30. Fifth and final tackle. They go to the left side and they're going to use it through the hands this time. They need to get the ball away and they go to ground.
Turn over there, boys.
Not quite sure what the intention was. I don't think Royden realised it was the last tackle. Got up as though he was going to play the ball.
Yeah, well, they sensed an opportunity. I think that was the right angle to take it. There was an overlap on there. That's a great tackle there, Trent Bishop. They've just got to really aim up here and nullify the yards. Great carry there.
18 apiece. Well, this is how you want grand finals to finish. Hope you're enjoying the action as much as we are here at Mount Smart Stadium. It's the Fox Memorial Final for 2019. And the Howick Hornets are ripping into their work. Johnny Wittenbow, gee, he's had a great game here today. Sala decides, well, I'm going to go through the middle, boys.
It's 4.
Massive efforts on D from both teams. Super run. It's the last tackle here for the Lions. To the right they come. Aiden Ackland looking for a chip over the top. There's a runner on the inside. The bounce, though, comes for Kevin. And Jesse will play at centre field at 35 from his line.
Oh, there could have been anyone's there. The bounce favoured the Hornets there. Omoni Tofui has been outstanding with his runs from the Lions. Brilliant work.
Jesse Albert, the clock counting down. Just 1.5 minutes to play. The ball has been lost now, and it's a very important loss too, as the skipper takes it now to the 40-metre line. There's Aiden Ackland down the right side. That ball's gone behind, and here's a penalty. Well, this will be absolutely gut-wrenching for Howick. Right in front of the post. Biggest decision of the day from the referee. And they will take a 2-pointer that could sink the East Siders. And now, we'll have another look at it. How it came to be. Well, an indiscretion there. And he can't look Sean Clark.
Yeah, it's just on the 40, mate.
How has he got the distance?
He'll be nervous. There's every reason to be. I've enjoyed it so much at 18 apiece, and now Aiden Ackland has a chance to win it in the final moment.
So DJ says he backs Aiden. He's seen him kick.
Well, he's from a wonderful rugby league family. This is what you dream about as a kid. A chance to do it for your team, for your whānau, in the last minute of a grand final.
He's not nervous.
There he is, Johnny. This is the man, though. It's Aiden Ackland's time as he lines up a chance to win the Premiership. The Fox Memorial Final for 2019 on the line. He hits it. He hits it. And it's a no.
That's Hooter's gone, is it?
The hooter is gone. We're going into extra time. We're waiting for the hooter.
Sorry?
Commentator's curse, Darryl Halligan.
The hooter's gone, the time's down to 0.
Well, is the hooter not working? That's what.
Yeah, I'm just checking. Time's off, guys.
Time is off. Anthony Elliott. Strange and bizarre happenings here. It says
if the hooter's gone,
80
it's
here.
dead.
Checking that the hooter is gone.
Can you just double check the time's gone on the clock?
I'll blow
Is
it.
it off?
Go on, dare you? Well, that'll do all right, eh?
It's off.
We want to finish the game, not
Okay,
find out
guys,
how you found your
we're going
wife.
into overtime. Sorry.
Wow, mate, that's amazing, isn't it, Richie?
Unbelievable final. Epic final. There's the kick. It just shades off right, slices it a little. Look at Hayden. Oh.
The agony and the ecstasy of sport. He can't believe it. He kick him every day.
Well, he could ask for a better final.
And in his dream. Isn't it a great credit to both of these teams? And now we lock it in for another 10 minutes. 5 each way. It's not golden point, so it'll be played out. And then after that 10 minutes, it will go into golden point. And after that, well, it'll be a shared trophy. I can't see it going there in that way. That's another 20 minutes. But isn't that just remarkable? The captains are being summoned. Come on out. They'll be going up to
Requires a really cool
point.
head here, isn't it? No, it's 5 minutes each way.
Sorry?
Tony Tuia.
Well, Tony's just
Could have been the difference.
He's just been great today. There's Jethro.
It's tails. You'll receive. Which way you want to go? Okay.
Okay.
So we just go the
Hornets.
full 10, guys. Full 10 minutes.
Oh, they're not swapping sides after 5.
Then we go into Golden Point after that.
Okay.
Now, kicking that way.
Readjust yourself there, Sean Clark. Right in the thick of it, son. I believe in you, boys.
That's it.
This is our time. This is our time to shine, lads. I'm just assuming that's what they're saying. Lavina, maybe we could come and talk to you momentarily. Exciting from the commentary booth. The fans in the south stand are going wild. You're right in the thick of it down there, Lavina. How are you reading things?
The fans can hardly wait for this extra time to get underway. A lot were unsure as to whether or not it would go into Golden Point. Of course, you've just confirmed that will not happen. I can tell you one thing, Dale, the players are totally exhausted. They will have to dig so deep for this extra 10 minutes of extra time. They're going to play for themselves, play for their families, play for their fans, and they are playing for the Fox Memorial Shield. Look out. 10 minutes of excellent rugby league, mate.
Thank you, Lavina. Good with a sideline. And there he is. Tony Tuia is one of the real personalities of the local game.
170-odd games.
Sean Clark. He looks like he's been in a battle as well. The coach. And there they are. What a game. It's been an absolute hoot. They've turned around now. And it's the Hornets that have the ball. And it's the TT man, Tony Tuia.
Hold! Hold! Go! That's one.
Well, oh, and a big slapping hit there on Nick Wilson.
Here we are. That's 2.
Bounces away from him. Well, everyone's willing to leave nothing on the track today. Clayton Williams with it now, just outside the 40. And now Trent Bishop. Good set so far for the Howick Hornets, and here's a penalty.
Not you.
I tell you what, we'll listen to the ref here.
It's the other man. Yeah.
Wow, what a contentious penalty here. You see Trent Bishop running off Reece Charlie really well. And just that little arm there, you probably could say that it's ball security, but
Cheers, boys.
what a set.
Help to dislodge, help to dislodge. Regiments. Anthony from 1-all. What a 10 minutes we're in for here. Remember, it doesn't wrap up. It's got Golden Point.
Release!
They don't swap sides either.
Go, that's one.
As it comes to Friend, massive effort from the skipper. 54 tackles. Little pop pass late. There he is, Jethro. Crossed the line twice himself too. Out to Trent Bishop, who spins. Then drops it off on the inside and finds Gillett. Royden.
Move 12. Hold.
Nicely positioned. They'll try down the left edge again. And
Thanks, Corey.
Bishop, a little knock on to play the ball.
Thanks, Corey. Only on the second, boys. Yeah, scrum down. And have a feed.
The Lions get the ball.
Good strong call.
I'm
Corey, keep that up,
surprised
mate.
they've
Good
gone
move.
the blind. It's very unusual.
Okay, boys, let's keep moving.
Work to the open and then have your space on the left channel. Composure's needed in this 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'll follow this one round just because of where it is, but thank you. Who's our last man, guys?
Fantastic. That's all I can say. It's just what
Okay,
you want
boys,
in the
take it
grand
down, front
final.
rows.
The semi-final series was hard fought. And now we've seen this wonderful display of open running rugby league. We're not done with yet.
Release one.
Another tackle for Friend, make that 55. Massive, massive effort. Swanee Rogers-Brown gets a bit of the bizzo, from
That's 2.
Clayton Williams. Big Salah.
Move.
And again,
That's
it's
3.
Friend who is there to make the tackle.
That's okay.
Cholitali with it. This is a good run as well. The Lions doing well with the set.
4.
Down the left edge, there's the
Outside.
left foot boot.
Thank you.
roll end over end. It's into the end goal, and it will go all the way over the dead ball line. 3 gone in this period of extra play.
Wait!
Jesse Albert come back to the 20-metre line. They are all absolutely drained.
Stand!
Just fighting
Hold. Go, that's
some
0.
reserves, a long season, into a few more moments.
Aiden, move!
Dummy half work here for Kevin. Scotty Jones is into the mix again.
No 17!
Quick play the ball, Friend now on to Bishop. Bishop gets the ball alive. Gillett with it. Gillett's away from 1. And Gillett's to ground inside the 10. 15 to the left-hand side of the post. Here's a big chance now. How will Howick work the ball? Across and through the hands they go. Jordan Papa around the outside. The pass is a little sus. And Jesse Albert does extremely well to stay in the field of play. There will be cramp. Well, you can see the taut calf muscle at the moment. Surprising our teammates immediately get their medical tickets.
So we're not going to be 0, thanks, boys.
Well, it's an exhausting game.
What are we going to do?
This was a nice run. Just the pass, just a bit too late.
Slide off to the side.
It would have brought joy for the Howick Hornets on the right edge.
We're going to have someone 7 playing the ball, guys. Just a little bit closer.
We've had a whole night of cramps.
So what to slide him off the park now? I'm not sure if they're going to use the wheelbarrow or not. What are your thoughts
I think
here?
wheelbarrow, more effective.
Well, we're back into the action. 18 apiece. Coming up to halfway through extra time. Out it comes to Friend. Friend lines up Williams. And Clayton pops the ball back. It's still hot. It's still okay. Friend. Now to Scott Jones. The step on the inside. The big rangy back row. A ton of experience with Scotty Jones. And now he's to ground as well. There is a field goal potential here. Instead, they say we'll go straight towards the line. Right in front of the posts. Williams to his feet. Friend is there. They go to the right. Jordan Papa starts to step. The ball's gone forward. The Lions get hold of it, and the chance goes begging.
Yeah, they panicked there. They absolutely panicked, the Hornets. They just need to find composure. A drop kick might have been the answer.
Hold! Go, that's 2.
Well, the Lions survive. Could have won at the last moment of real-time play. Now we find ourselves into this battle here at extra time. 4.5 to play. A long way, too, from the line for the Lions.
Move!
Jonathan O'Moore, Falilua.
Hold! Go, that's 4.
The longer names in Rugby League for Johnny. Sulla. For them have been wonderful contributors. The contact dinged sweet as by referee Anthony Elliott. End over end over end. And waiting for a train that didn't come.
Oh, they're running out of juice. It's fatiguing. This is 3 minutes to go.
From the centre.
What a battle we've seen here tonight. What a final.
Thank you.
And either way, these 34 men will come from the field. And the applause of all rugby league followers, irrespective of the outcome, deserve our applause and recognition. Gutsy performances. 58 tackles for Friend. 42 from Salafalilua Malil. 37 from Rory Dorpatsi. The Skippers notched up 35 for the Lions. Now we're in the middle of the park through Clayton Williams himself, who's tackled 38 times and 23 carries. Tuia comes again. 30 metres out from the line. Tackle number 4. There's a squirted kick. There's an unusual would be an understatement.
Tackle. 7 tackle set. Oh, and he's knocked it on. Wow, comedy of errors. Absolute comedy of errors here.
I couldn't understand what Liam Prendergast was doing. It was tackle 4. They sort of dribbled it through. There were no chasers on. I thought, hell, what are you doing, man? Let's have another look.
Okay, let's go, guys.
And that's that there. That's Sean Clark Guys.
Front rows, guys.
Holy dooly, dude. What's up?
Thank you.
What hasn't this game got?
Okay, let's go. Front rows, down. Seconds in. Second rows, last man. When you're ready, half.
Righto. We are 16 out. Just over 2 to play. This period of extra time when we go into Golden Point. Howick are well positioned. A spinning effort. Almost comes up trumps. Here's Jordan Friend.
That's one.
Jethro Friend, my apologies. Jordan's a brother. G'day to you, Jordan.
Go, that's 2.
And that was a chance as well. Thinking of the kick. Now he's weaving sideways. Spinning is Jordan Papa. And still with a chance. Dummy half word for Scotty Jones. Pushes it across. Is anyone going to have a go? Here onto Trent Bishop over the top. They've got numbers on the right side. Johnny B. Straightening run for Fui Mamo. He goes forward a couple of paces and thinks, no, I can't get there. I'll pull up stumps and back up. Little dummy from Trent Bishop. Goes for over the top. Jesse Albert gets there. Jesse Albert gets there. I wasn't sure that the play was right on the right side. But hell, who knows in the final? It's Howick and Jesse Albert scores with a minute to play.
That even looked a tad forward. But it doesn't matter. Albrecht scores a wonderful try. I thought the option taking from Trent Bishop was the wrong one, but it was all right.
Absolutely superb down that right edge, and what a gutsy decision it was from Trent Bishop. Got the score in the corner. Let's have another look. The old B-ball pass, and almost into the hands of Christian Petty.
That was a metre forward. Absolutely. Look, luckily it got touched.
And then Jesse is in to score. Well. Howick will be erupting right now. Paparoa Park will be going off. What a finish to this amazing final. The dejection on the faces as the hooter goes. Sean Clark gets his gold medal. 3 times runner-up as a player in the Fox Memorial final. And first-time coach into the final. He is over the moon. Here's the conversion, but it's purely cosmetic. That hits the uprights, 22-18. And the winners of the Fox Memorial Championship for 2019, the Howick Hornets. What a game. A remarkable game of rugby league into extra time. And in the end, the right winger, Jesse Albrecht, scores. We'll be back with the presentation, but it's the Howick Hornets, the champions for 2019. Hope you enjoyed the action. They win this 22-18 over the Lions, and you've been watching all the action on Sky Sport. Wonderful scenes here at Mount Smart Stadium as the Howick Hornets celebrate their victory in the Fox Memorial Premiership for 2019. Wonderful imagery, and of course for all the elation and ecstasy, there is the disappointment evident on the face of the Mount Albert Lions. Gutsy performances from both sides. There's your man, Jethro Friend, 58 tackles. What a role he played here, 2 tries as well. It was a hard-fought encounter, 14-4 at half-time for the Lions, and then fighting back with 2 tries to Friends and to Olivetti. And at the last moment, the try scored in the corner by Jesse Albrecht. Well, there's Trent Wallace, he played strong. But of course, in finals football and then into extra time, there can just be the one winner. And there they are, the Howick Hornets, champions for 2019. And deserving of the trophy. What was a wonderful advertisement for our game, played in good spirit, hearty defence from both teams, and a remarkable effort as well. Great rugby league, congratulations to them. The Howick Hornets, our champions for 2019. Stick around, we've still got more to come as we go to this double header here at Mount Smart Stadium.